Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here. We've got an update on the not so silent auction that happened with the Royal Mint over the last weekend. I've got a statement to share with you from the Royal Mint in relation to that situation. If you are watching this for the first time and you don't know, there's a link in the description to that original video. Very brief summary. A silent auction is supposed to be that, silent. Nobody should know what everyone else is bidding. So when the Royal Mint contacted all the losing bidders to say you need to bid more if you want to win, and then contacted all the winning bidders and said, by the way, your bids might not be winning anymore because we've told all the other bidders they're not winning, it comes across in a very bad way. And I called them out on it, as have a lot of other people. So I contacted the PR office and they have now got back to me with this statement. So this statement can be directly attributed to a spokesperson at the Royal Mint. I'll read it and then we'll unpack it. It's quite a lot to go through. So we have received feedback on an email sent to bidders of the Royal Mint's silent auction on Sunday the 17th of March 2024. The intention of the communication was to keep bidders informed relating to their bids. However, we understand that some recipients of the email felt that it was not in the spirit of a silent auction, and we apologise for this. We are currently reviewing the outcome of the auction and will be updating bidders on the next steps as soon as we can. So, a few things to unpack from that. Now, I'd love to know you guys' opinion down in the comments. I probably don't need to ask because I know a lot of you will be giving opinions anyway. But please share them because I know the Royal Mint are watching these videos and I know they're reading the comments and they're taking the comments very seriously. So please comment with your thoughts to share them with the Royal Mint. Now, my thoughts on this whole situation is around trust and the trusted brand status of the Royal Mint. That's why I'm doing these videos on them. I don't like moaning about the Royal Mint, but when they do things which demonstrate maybe that trust is questionable, or the trust that we place in them should be questioned, it's a very important topic for me to talk about. And so to do something like they have done is not great. Now, reputation can be built up over a lifetime, or in the Royal Mint's case, 1100 years worth of making coins, and it can be shattered in an instant. And I feel a lot of people feel that this has done a lot of damage to that Royal Mint trusted brand status. Now, they are sort of, I'm saying sort of here, apologising, because there's a phrasing in here which I don't particularly like, and it's kind of a bit corporate speaky. And I get that, like they're a big corporation, they haven't really been called out on a lot of this stuff before, so they're dealing with this in a new way, and that's kind of cool from my perspective. But what I don't like is the kind of, we understand that some recipients of the email felt that it was not in the spirit of the silent auction. I think you'll pretty much find that nearly every single person that received those emails felt it wasn't in the spirit of the silent auction, and anybody who heard about it felt it wasn't either. And it's almost like, we're sorry that you felt that way, rather than we're sorry that we did it. So that's what I think we need to see from the Royal Mint. So people at the Royal Mint who watch this, thank you for the comment, thank you for the engagement. It's really good to engage on this. You know you've done something not so great and you need to step up. Actions speak louder than words in this situation, and there is no other action than apologising for this situation concisely and definitively, in my opinion, that can help repair some of the trust that has been broken from this situation. So that's really the biggest thing that I want to unpack from this, that it is about that trusted brand status, and the trust can be lost very quickly, and I feel like that's a big issue here, and more so even for the people who are actually involved in this. So it does say at the bottom there, we are currently reviewing the outcome of the auction and will be updating bidders on the next steps as soon as we can. I'm very concerned for any bidders out there that may have increased their bids having seen the email that came out from the Royal Mint. People want this set. It's a very, very cool set. It's very unique and very rare. There are people out there who'll want it. Now, those people will place bids, and if they are then told they need to maybe increase their bids, they might well have done, and they might well not have needed to. So if I was in the situation of being a bidder and perhaps having been contacted by the Royal Mint in the last few days to say that I've won one of these bids, I would be very, very much pushing back on the Royal Mint for transparency on this situation, because any bids that would have come in after that email are tainted, in my opinion. And this is not a legal opinion. This is not me saying that is a definite thing and you should go and look into that. But it just doesn't seem right in the spirit of the auction, as we can see that they're admitting it was not in the spirit of the auction. So it does need to be, I think, really addressed by the people who are buying these coins. My biggest concern is somebody who let's hypothetically say they bid £10,000 originally. They then go and bid £15,000 because of that email. If that £10,000 bid would have originally won anyway, or would have won anyway, even with all of the new bids that have come in, that person is now committing to buy at 15,000 instead of 10,000, and they're out of pocket, and that's really bad. So that needs to be, I think, addressed individually to each of the bidders. I think all of the people who bid on it that didn't win also need some clarity as well for the future. So there's a lot to go through with this, I think, and needs to be still addressed. It's an evolving situation. I have been dealing with the PR department at the Royal Mint over the course of the day, and there is going to be more information that they will share, or at least they've told me that they can and will be sharing more information as the situation evolves over time. So you guys can expect another little video at some point on this, but I think it's really important. It really emphasizes the, just the upstanding good name of the Royal Mint needs to be upheld, and it can't be taken lightly. This is a serious situation. There are lots of very unscrupulous companies and auction houses out there that will do very questionable and morally questionable things. And for a trusted brand that's government-backed, state-owned, is not a good look, and it's not a good feel. So I hope to be able to share more with you all as and when this story evolves. I would like to point out that I'm not a professional journalist. I'm trying my very best to just share some of the facts and opinions and help you all make up your own minds to this. What I will say is that there are some really good people who work at the Royal Mint. I've met a lot of people who work at the Royal Mint, and not every single person at the Royal Mint should be vilified, if any, in fact, should be vilified. The actions of the collective organisation that is the Royal Mint are the things that we are questioning here. We need to be very much conscious of that. And I should also remind everybody that if you do comment down on this video, you're doing so in a public forum. You need to be very careful of what you say, isn't personally attacking anybody, isn't doing things that you shouldn't be doing down in that comment section. I look and I police as best as I can these comments that come through. But remember that there are people at the other end of this who are just doing their job, and some of them do that job really well. Other people will have questions to answer in this situation, but that's just part of the nature of this situation. So just bear that in mind. I will share as much as I can, as and when I can. So look out for future videos. If you're not subscribed and you want to see how this story ends, then do let me know. Also, I want to just say a huge thank you to everybody who's kind of reached out in the comments and through emails. I've had loads of emails about this situation and others, especially the historic coin one that we're doing as well, just about keeping going and how people think this is really good. I don't like moaning about the Royal Mint, but I seem to be doing it an awful lot at the moment. I just want to make a video going, everything's brilliant and wonderful, and look at these fantastic coins that are coming out. I love them. And it's very difficult to do that, so I do feel a little bit like sometimes I'm banging my head against a brick wall. So it's really nice to hear those comments of support and feedback coming to me about this situation or others, and the content that we're creating and the awareness that we're raising about it. So thank you to everybody for that. Otherwise, that's kind of it from me. Thanks to the Ramblers for listening to the end, and thanks to the Cool Kids Club members as well. We'll see you on the next update. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.